Hello. This video is about nothing. It is, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about something because it don't feel good. Um, so, does anyone feel if you're in Balkan, you're like a butt of jokes? And often the joke is like a dead horse. Stop beating because it's not funny anymore. I like humor, I like dark humor, but sometimes I feel like living in a Balkan and looking to something that is more Western. It feels like they don't understand Balkan, but they're also uh, don't want to learn. I am not sure how to say that. My English isn't good, but I'm working on it to become better. So what I wanted to say is that it's very weird. Like people who are not from the Balkan and came and visited, they always said nice things about Balkan countries, but ignorant people on the internet are the worst because they have some kind of vision about what is a Balkan mm, from the memes or some other things like American movies where we usually are bad guys. So it's very weird because I feel like people doesn't look at Balkan as diverse as it really is because we are seemingly white. When people look at us, we are white except Greece. Uh, it is more tan there. So that is that. I don't know. Please tell me if I don't have a mic, so it would mean a lot to me if you tell me if the audio is bad or something. Um, when I was a little, I loved Eurovision because the Balkan country would send something more ethnic, something more symbolic, or they will send a good song with a story. But nowadays it's more global and it always something in a similar genre. I'm talking in general. Eurovision isn't as fun as it used to be. So I'm very happy this year because there is some diversity in genres and songs, but I don't find it as enjoyable as it was 10 years ago. One song that I really liked this year was Slovenia's from Raven Veronica. I think that in the video about Ramanda, I said Veronica Raven. What I mean, it sounded like I said that the artist was Veronica and the song was Raven when it's flipped. The Raven is an artist and Veronica is a song. I like. that song because of its haunting melody. The singer had a beautiful voice, and one thing that really won me over is that I understand every word of that song, but I don't speak the Slovenian. So I was pleasantly surprised there. Usually I would understand some words in Slovenian, but for this song I understand something like 19%, 99. Only a few words I didn't understand, but I could perhaps connect the dots. What was the meaning? Why I'm doing this video, I don't know. I am trying to improve my English. This was the biggest reason why I created this channel, and to share my love from the Slavic for the love to share my love for Slavic mythology and to share stories, some facts about Slavic countries, and something like that. Uh, I'm trying to improve my voice because every time I'm talking, I am very nervous. I have a habit to make my neck sting itself. I don't think I explained that the best, but I hope you understand. Um, so, does anyone watch NBA? I follow NBA last 4 years. I am following Denver Nuggets and the Heat because some Serbian players playing them, and I follow but very rarely Dallas Mavericks, where is Luka Doncic. I like to watch sportsmen like Novak Djokovic and some other that are from the Balkan because I don't care if he's Croatian or Bosnian or Macedonian or whatever. I'm very proud there are some famous people from our region because usually there is not a lot of positive connotation around Balkans. So I'm very happy when people talk about us. Uh, I notice something right now. When I'm talking, I have habit to go from normal to very, very. I don't know. This video isn't scripted, so I'm talking from my mind. My voice goes. My volume goes down rapidly, so I'm not sure how well it is heard when I'm talking because the more I talk, the more nervous I got. One thing I would like help with it is English present time, past time. I have big problem because time in Serbian isn't constructed like in English, and sometimes I'm thinking that time in sentence should be other, but no, it is not grammatically correct. It should be some other. So I am very boring person, so I don't know why you're even watching it. I just wanted to vent because I don't have many friends. And maybe tell me where I fucked up with videos, and that is that. I don't know what more I could say. Maybe. Oh, yes. Um, is anybody really disappointed in Witcher? And because I have this problem with American media or some other Western media taking the Slavic inspired stories or Slavic myths or something like that, or real life stories from Balkan and Eastern Europe. The one problem I have is they never do thorough research about the culture. They doesn't understand some character that were stoic in the nature in the text because they don't see the stoicism in the English in the Western sense or something like that. I probably didn't say this like I intended, but my biggest problem with Richard was it was nothing Slavic about that. And the Witcher series is very heavily inspired by Slavic mythology and some Viking mythology, and there were other inspirations, but I really didn't feel anything. Even the other inspirations, it would be fine if they researched the mythologies and the cultures from which witchers take inspiration and make it more unique. I didn't mean in the sense that it has to be all Slavic and no diversity, but my biggest problem with Witcher was that it people didn't look Slavic, but it wasn't the big problem as it the feeling of place. There is no feeling of place if you understand me what I'm saying. I didn't. If anyone watched the Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cartoon that was on the Nickelodeon and some other channels, they know that there was the map in the intro and um, there is air nomads and earth kingdom, fire kingdom, water tribes. You had a sense of culture and geography. But in The Witcher, there is no sense of the way the people live in the locations, what difference is between these people and that people, and I really didn't like Yennefer. in this interpretation. No offense to the actress. The actress was okay, but script was bad, if you ask me. But it was my biggest problem. No sense of anything. It was it was like the script writers that wanted to deviate from the book. He had a bunch of ideas and just smashed them with something, with some plots that are happening in the book, but they didn't truthfully bake the bread, to say something like that. Because I feel the many locations were left unexplored, and there were only one or two places that were interesting in the whole series. Um, on the other note, when I'm already talking about the fantasy genre, the only one who was disappointed with dragons in the House of Dragon in Game of Thrones. Don't get me wrong, the dragons were fine. The design, I would give a props to the House of Dragon because they try to make the designs more unique and to separate the dragons, especially the older and new generation. There are visible differences, but in Game of Thrones, um, I think there was a very little change between Dany's three dragons, except color. But my problem with the dragons are they are new. I'm not sure how to explain that. I like the magical creatures and mystical legendary beings, something like that. But it has a lot of more potential in animated content to look better than with CGI to make it realistic. So when I watched uh, the Game of Thrones, dragons were always the something that I least enjoyed. And I would make a video about dragons and some other topics that are connected with dragons. I watched um, the movie The Damsel that was in mm, March 8th aired. It was a good movie. I maybe would do the what it's called the review if you want. And I'm sorry that I'm very boring, so I don't know why you're watching this. I will upload this simply because maybe somebody would respond to me because I really have no knowledge about editing, about nothing really. I'm really bad with technology. I am pretty sure that I'm cursed how bad I am with technology. So if you ever work with me on something good that includes the computers, please run because it will be painful and slow death. So thank you for watching or rather listening.